The Beekeeper, a movie about...
I'm a beekeeper.
A beekeeper.
You're a beekeeper?
Bee lover.
Are you Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
He's a ghost.
Beekeeper.
A beekeeper beekeeper?
Beekeeper.
Wait, who?
Fucking beekeeper!
A beekeeper, bruh.
It's just a beekeeper.
That beekeeper?
Beekeeper, huh?
Beekeepers keep working. Beekeepers live for the good of society.
Don't worry, Alex, you won't forget the name of this movie for at least the next hour and a half. They mentioned it 30 times in all. Basically, that's once every 3 minutes.
Basically, our beekeeper crashes with this sweet old lady, and as a payment he takes care of hornets in her house using a lightsaber. One day, old lady's laptop kindly warns you about a potential problem. Perfect time to call that number and hand over your credit card digits to a gentleman with an Indian accent on the other end of the line.
I totally understand your concern, ma'am, but you need to understand that we have started the four-step verification and you have got my employee ID and all as well.
The employees of the antivirus company are so concerned that the old lady's laptop might be infected with some virus that the entire office holds its breath, listening as the support manager explains how she can properly download the protective software.
Okay. There is actually a software package that you can download that would allow me to reinstall remotely.
Of course his services aren't free. Antivirus employees need to eat something too, you know.
She is a signatory on a $2 million account.
Well, $2 million might seem a little bit too much, but there are things in this world that are worth more than money.
My kids' pictures are on this computer.
In the evening, the beekeeper decides to drop by the old lady's place for a cup of tea. But as it turned out, her daughter had the same idea.
Don't you fuck who the fuck hands behind your back. Get on your knees, one knee at a time.
And if you're greeting all your mom's guests like this, think about it. This guy could end up being your new dad.
Suddenly, the guests discover that after paying $2 million for the antivirus program, the lady decided to take a little break from the noisy life. And it completely pisses her daughter off.
That woman loved life more than anybody I know.
There's a world where she committed suicide.
Mr. Clay, we just got a couple of questions.
Like what the fuck?
During the conversation, it is revealed that in the United States, only the folks with the law enforcement background are able to spot parked cars by a house.
She didn't answer when I knocked. I noted a car in the driveway.
You noted. You got a law enforcement background?
I told you I'd take care of bees.
To the cops' surprise, beekeepers handle spot some cars pretty well too.
So they just let Jason Statham go.
Mr. Clay, I need to apologize for last night.
And the moment he smelled freedom, Mr. Clay instantly starts causing trouble.
This is private property and you're trespassing.
I'm going inside. I'm going to burn it down.
The thing is, he is not happy with the pricing policy of this company, but instead of talking it out, he just goes straight to dealing hornets the way he got used to.
Mr.
Garnett?
Mr. Garnett. I'm a beekeeper. Sometimes I use fire to smoke out hornets.
Bruh, I'm pretty sure he said something like Garnet, not Hornet.
Anyway, the builder owner didn't like the fire show put on by the beekeeper.
Who did this? Give me a name right now. He had a hat.
And tracking down a guy in a hat isn't that hard.
Especially if he has a pickup truck in addition to the hat.
They said your boy has an old-ass pickup truck.
That's him.
But before paying him a visit, these guys decided to have a bit of fun shooting at roadside trash. Right after that, these clumsy whales accidentally bumped into the shelf full of apple juice jars.
Well, come and fucking face us!
Instead of facing bullets like a real man, Statham cowardly sneaks up from behind to give these scumbags a lesson in not being so clumsy in their next lives. Meanwhile, they keep showing us this lady, who seems to be really good at making new friends.
You know, this is a really nice shirt, by the way. Did you steal it out of a casket, you dog fucker?
I don't know what casket is, but I'm with her. This shirt looks like crap.
I'm an asshole.
Oh, so you like fires?
Yeah, today I do.
Good, because today's your lucky day. Because apparently your mother's house is on fire too.
And this guy with a great sense of humor is lady's partner. Wait, what was her name?
Alex, you know, I don't think I can come up with something funnier than, oh, you like fires? Good, because your dead mother's house was burnt out.
How about, oh, you like bullets? Good, because we found one in your mom. Oh, Verona, right. Agent Verona and her tactful partner, Agent Wiles. If the death of her mom didn't really upset Agent Verona, the burnt barn really got into her.
Lost my virginity in that barn.
I think they got their detective skills in that barn too, considering how good they are at it.
Your beekeeper?
Yeah.
He's a ghost.
Hi?
Bro, I hate to break it to you, but ghosts probably don't exist.
Or Adam Clay doesn't exist.
No, he's real, bro. You just mixed him up with the Yeti or some bearded old man.
So what they're basically wanna tell us is that the beekeeper is as badass and elusive as Steven Seagal himself.
Can I laugh in your face?
If a beekeeper says you're gonna die, you're gonna die.
At first, Jeremy Irons isn't that excited about jumping into the showdown between the honey lover and the little troublemaker.
For someone who has elevated fucking up into an art form, this might well be your Mona Lisa.
But then he's totally cool with stepping in for this little brat, and all it because, well, you'd better listen to this Dormant yourself.
I still think of you. Sometimes.
You know I'd do anything for you.
So you got this?
Yeah, you have my word.
No, seriously, what a doormat.
Just a couple of phone calls,
I need help, Janet, not jokes.
and bam! A lady with a pineapple instead of her head jumps onto the beekeeper at the gas station.
Thank goodness Tatum always got a gas pump hose ready to go.
The fashion lady has no hose,
No pipe.
no schlong. She's got something else to play with, though.
But again, she's still missing an apple juice jar.
She got it. I just thought there were no apple juice jars left after clumsy guys messed them all up. Anyway, FBI agents show up at the burnt gas station, and since there's nobody alive around, they end up questioning each other.
Do you know it's that way?
Springfield.
And that way?
Boston.
Alright. And which one of you knows how to read?
Beekeeping for beekeepers.
Okay, and how about this thing over there?
That's a minigun. They use those on military vehicles.
But these dudes are totally ready for a TV quiz show.
How many of the 8 planets in our solar system have the letter A? The answer is 1. Okay, I think that's Aries. Okay, so what might you have said?
4. Uranus, Saturn, Earth, and Mars.
The bad guys also know a thing or two.
Beekeepers keep working until they die.
Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too convincing.
Yeah, of course, some people may die earlier, none of us are invincible. But really, Jeremy, next time try to brush into the topic a little bit before you try to show off.
Some bees are queen slayers, which will rise up and kill their queen if she fails to produce the right kind of male offspring.
Come on, you don't have to read books in a movie, girl.
Donnie, without a book, they don't know anything about the bees at all.
You know, they pollinate a bunch of shit and we'd be fucked without them.
Listen.
No, you listen, lady. I'm here to watch a goddamn movie, not for 10 facts from a nerd's book.
And there is something we know about beekeepers even without stupid manuals. For example, they can easily use old computers from the 80s to hack into these government systems to see what they can find out.
About all this national and international corruption I know is going on.
And that's way more than Agent Verona can dig up with all her detective skills from a barn.
Why is Adam Clay on this rampage?
He's, protecting the hive, sir.
What?
It's what beekeepers do.
What's your ask?
A SWAT team, for starters. Surveillance support, additional agents, analysts.
That shouldn't be a problem.
In the meantime, in another office of the antivirus company, this clown host keeps messing with people's work with his dumb entertainment program.
Start with Phoenix. Where we at? Phoenix is up 201K. 200K? I'm gonna suck your dick. I love you. New York City's up 64. You're a fucking loser. You give me a fucking headache, you give me fucking cancer.
These days, kids just can't entertain themselves at a birthday party. They just have to have a stupid dork in a stupid costume to keep them occupied without getting lost in their phones. And let's put it this way, we already know that Boston is this way,
and Springfield is over there.
So by simple manipulation with algorithmic expressions,
taking into account the quantum entanglement of the neurosympathetic pathways,
it can be concluded that the beekeeper will arrive right at this cozy place. As they are afraid of the honey enthusiasts, the FBI sent a whole squad under the codename Bullshido. everyone in this elite unit learned effective skills of contactless combat from the best masters of this martial art.
You're not welcome here. Get the fuck out.
But unfortunately, these awesome techniques don't work if the opponent is got their tongue in a certain position inside his mouth.
The skeptic was a totally non-believer. Plus, I don't know if I should say that on film, but if the guy had his tongue in the wrong position of the mouth, that can also nullify it. If I say I'm going to knock you out, and you raise one toe and push one toe down, can't knock you out. And then if I go to try again, you reverse it. If you keep doing this, I won't knock you out.
That's why the beekeeper easily sneaks into the party, and now wonders why everyone is clapping for this, for the lame clown party host. And the bully, armed only with a stapler, still manages to reach the party host.
Make it stop. You can make it stop.
Yeah, why are you punching yourself? Stop punching yourself. When the police arrive at the building, they are also disrespectful for the party host.
I just been thrown through a plate glass window! Shut your fucking mouth!
And don't tell me it's victim blaming. These people, party hosts, definitely deserved such treatment for their uselessness.
So, when the doormat Jeremy Irons and this little brat found out their security was a bunch of armchair bullshit warriors who couldn't hit an elephant from a few steps away, they totally pooped their pants.
You're a fuck. You're scared, and you want to use my mother as a human shield.
Good thing Mom's always here to help, ready to offer up her White House as a hiding spot.
But only with one condition.
Fine, no drugs.
Meanwhile, Agent Verona keeps shooting in the dark, trying to impress her higher-ups.
We think we have a sense of Mr. Clay's true intentions. He seems to be following the money.
Yeah, what did you expect? I told you, the only book she has read is Manual for Beekeepers, not some cop handbook or something.
In a beehive, there is something called a queen slayer. It's a bee that will rise up and kill the queen if she produces defective offspring.
Adam Clay's next victim is
President Danforth, sir.
This way or another, facts from the manual for honey lovers, beekeepers are enough for the FBI chief to give the agents full power.
You have a blank check. Good luck.
I wonder if Mr. Clay kept chickens. Would the next target be the head of Walt Disney or what? How does it work?
Hey, this is the fucking beekeeper!
I know, chill out, bro. I'm just pondering alternative options.
Based on Agent Verona's wild guesses, the FBI,
Federal Bureau of something or another, we're good.
Secret Service, and those Capitol protesters all ended up at the White House.
Together they blocked off every entrance except for this gun barrel from James Bond movie. So the beekeeper feels himself a real Ninja Turtle, just without a pizza, and sneaks into the secured area. There he makes a beeline for some snacks, but accidentally runs into Agent Verona.
He's here.
Break! Packages in the house! Level 3, side 4!
That's when the crazy fast chase starts. And when they finally caught the beekeeper, this yellow-jacket moron immediately loses both his gun and his head.
He'll be alright. Seems like the bullet didn't touch his brain.
Turns out, this guy is the only one who can match Jason Statham in badassery, even with a missing leg, but about it a little bit later. Right now the beekeeper is busy handling all these idiots, getting on his way of avenging on whatever her name was.
He's caused more broken families in this mess than the whole culture of male devaluation.
Bro, even Terminator 2 learned to give a damn about other people's lives. On the other hand, think about it. What matters more? The lives of some bullshit of fighters? Or memory of the aunt who was the only one to ever invite Statham for a dinner?
Come back at supper time, let me feed you.
No one's ever taken care of me before.
And the only guy who is capable of doing anything, whether the one-legged smarty pants with a bullet in his head.
The yellow jacket guy even managed to stab Mr. Clay in the side, and only a sucker punch to his fake leg brought him down.
Now the only thing standing in front of the door between the beekeeper and his target is a doormat.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Turns out that behind the door, this little jerk is really using his mom as a living shield.
He thinks the shield doesn't have to be particularly living, though.
Fuck this. Bye, Mom.
And so, with a knife hole in his side, the honey lover ended his tragic journey with a leap out of the window.
Nah, the beekeeper decided to emulate his own movie's fate and drone in the box office.
Actually, this movie did pretty well in the box office, over $130 million worldwide. That's despite the fact that, judging by this magnificent explosion with the whole door in the background, the budget probably barely exceeded 2 packs of chips and a cup of coffee for this ma'am.